Hello everybody, I'm Jimmy Fantastic. Welcome to my video for what's new in Season 9. As you can see on screen, it is Khorne is the new team that have been added. They're an interesting team. They're very fun with lots of frenzy, cool interactions, you know, things like this. Are they the most competitive team? No, but you know, it rounds out the roster a little bit, and you know, people will like surfing things from 10 squares away. So you know, that's cool. And you know, Khorne always super popular fluff wise with blood bowling people. So yeah, it should be interesting to see them in action. So first of all, let's look at the Bloodpass. There we go. Khorne is the new faction. Bosh. Oh my god, it's Dummy of Festus. I thought that's a Dimmy of Festus. If that was Dimmy of Festus, it would have been the best thing ever. But unfortunately it isn't. A new Pestigo head. Cultist makes sense, doesn't it, for a name thing. Slightly different armors. There's the Khorne symbol there. Not bad. Khorne dice. I mean, it's like gold and red. Just what you need. Another Khorne Go one. Chaos Ogre. I imagine that will go to like, you know, Chosen and Renegades and stuff. Surely there'll be a bit of overlap there on that body. The Khorne Cheerleader Zone. Lots of blood and skulls. It's funny, isn't it? When they're kids, I think people gravitate towards Khorne. It's a very, very cool chaos god, isn't it, when you're a little kid? Worshipper there. Khorne Bowl. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. The Khorne Bowl. Now this is interesting. The Bloodspawn. The Bloodspawn customizations are incredible. He starts off a bit bland, but he gets incredible customizations. He gets taller here as well, doesn't he? That's interesting. Right. Frame there. Okay, got to run a one. Nurgle dice. Pretty nice actually, the Nurgle dice. Khorne Flames. There you go, that's what I've got up there. Marauder name. More Khorne Go customizations. Khorne Staff Zone. I might go Khorne for all of my staff zones. I've gone Halflings, but I might change them all to Khorne. That's nice, isn't it? A big gold hand for your Crocs to go. Khorne Go head. Really good fist for him. The Bloodspawn. Chosen of Khorne, not bad. More gold, skulls, blood. That's a very bright colour, isn't it? Shoulder pads. Demon Prince. That's a really good body for him. Another thing. Ooh. A knob ogre. Interesting. These are quite cool, aren't they? Khorne Flames. Don't know how readable they'll be, but look how good this head is. Oh my god. Incredible head. Like when he's got all of his customizations on, he looks amazing. He looks so good, the Bloodspawn, fully customized. And then the legendary one is this, which is pretty flipping cool, isn't it? So there you go, Bloodseeker. So there is the Bloodpass. So Arena is back. It's Khorne Arena this time, as you can see. And we've got the rules here. Slightly better rules, I think, than last season for the arena. Hopefully they'll change this though. I think Amazons could have 10 more cash, and I think Undead could have 50 more. I think Shambling Undead should be tier 2 with Dark Elves and Lizards. Honestly, Lizards should probably be tier 3, going by like the stats, but I get that people are like scared to make Lizardmen too good. But yeah, honestly, by the stats, Lizardmen should probably be tier 2. Then tier 3, you've got Dwarves, Humans, Necro, Norse, Orcs, Skaven, Wood Elves with 7 skills, 160 cash, pretty good. Tier 4, these are getting an extra 20, 60, 70, right? They're getting an extra 70 more TV. Nobility, Renegades, Khorne and Elven Union. Honestly, Renegades, Khorne could have started in tier 5, right? So the new team, give them their time in the sun, because as it is, the fact that they're tier 4 and Chosen are tier and Nurgle are tier 5, it's going to be harder to take Khorne. So if I was them, I would have made Khorne tier 5, but I don't think that's super important. Elven Union are obviously a good deal there, and they're just better than Nobility by quite a lot. So Elven Union are the big winners in this rule set. Then you've got tier 5, which are getting an extra 40, 60. So tier 5 is getting a fair amount more. Chosen, Nurgle, OWA, Underworld. So, Chosen and Nurgle are really bad. Old Alliance aren't that bad at all, so it's a good tier for them, and it's an unbelievably good tier for Underworld. So I've suggested to them to move Shambling Undead to tier 2 and Underworld Denizens to tier 4. Hopefully they'll do that. Maybe even they'll move Khorne to tier 5. I didn't think of that until now, but yeah, I'll suggest that as well. But obviously it's very close to the time, so I don't know if they will change that, but fingers crossed they'll change that for you guys. And then tier 6, we've got Black Orcs, Goblins and Halflings. They are the 3 worst teams in the game, statistically speaking, NAF style. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. There's no stacking at all. You can have inducements like bribes and stuff. This is the big thing, right? You can only get stars for tier 6, but people can have bribes and stuff. So I think Underworld being tier 5 is very dangerous. I wouldn't do that personally. I would try and stay clear of the potential of Underworld being overpowered. But yeah, it is what it is. I think it's more like tabletop, right? 1150 and 6 for these guys, and then these just get one more skill. So I think it's mostly more in line with tabletop. Maybe it's Elven Union or a touch too much, but that's okay, isn't it? Because I think they've looked at the stats of how many people play them and stuff, as well as the win rates. So yeah, should be interesting. Excited about Arena for season 9. Of course, there is the official ladder at season 9 as well. You can see the logo there for getting Masters. Master, you get that one, and then there's the other not quite as fancy logos. So actually I think I will get Master this season, because I think I quite like that logo personally. I've always liked Khorne, I'm a bit of a Games Workshop loon, so Now what's interesting here is hopefully they'll change this. There's no maximum TV, because there is redraft after every 20 games. So this is okay. Well, this is saying disabled. So hopefully they'll change this. So they've been talking about there's going to be redraft after every 20 games. So I guess they just didn't care when they just set this up, right? Because it was just for us for the beta. I'm sure it'll be correct when it starts in real life. So you've got a redraft budget. They can even cap it or have it uncapped, just as it is in the game. So that's a really huge development, having redraft. Of course, it's great for private leagues and competitions and stuff. It should have always been in the game for private leagues. So it's great that private leagues have that. I'm not that sold on having it for the ladder because I feel it's pick your poison, right? Like, everything's got pros and cons. And whatever you do, it just changes around what's the most powerful, right? So like, some people will like that people get hobbled down to 1300. Other people liked building up to 2000. So it just is what it is. But that's the way redraft's going to work. It's going to be every 20 games, and you'll redraft down to 1300. So the sprints are 20 games. So that's why they're going to sync the season with the sprints for 20 game redrafts. So you probably want to just do like a 20 game sprint, do your redraft, and then your team doesn't matter after that, because you've qualified for the Sprint Cup. So there's going to be the Arena Finals for the winners of arenas. There's going to be the Sprint Cup for the winners of sprints, and then there's going to be the Champions Cup for the tops of ladders. So there's going to be 3 cups at the end of each season in future, which is a lot, and it does kind of dilute the importance of each, right, in a way, in the the spectacle of each, like by having just so many, it's so saturated and they're all at the same time. And also they're all going to be roughly the same amount of rounds, so they're all going to, you know, it's not as if like, you know, you can have, if you had 3 huge competitions spread throughout the year, you could always be covering one, right? But as it is, I'm probably just going to forget about all of them until it's like the semi-finals or final. This season I just didn't care about the Champions Cup at all. Actually, I didn't. I've covered the Chalice as or the Champions Cup every single season, and this one I just didn't care at all. I'll be honest with you. I didn't like that it was nothing to do with the ladder, and I didn't like the rules that were chosen, and I just had absolutely zero interest. I didn't mean to do it just cause, you know, like there's some good players in it, but I couldn't have been less interested in it last season, and I probably won't be interested in any of the cups this season either, but I'll do my best to cover them. So there you go. There is another event as well for the season, similar to the Amazon Clash last season. I think this season, certainly for me, I will not be engaged in this whatsoever because I don't have a clan. It's a good way for people to try out the new team, at least, right? You can use Khorne in this. There's 2 sides. It's like Nurgle versus Khorne, right? And there's 5 teams for each faction. You've got Chosen, Renegades, Dark Elves, Norse, and Khorne on one side. And on the other side, you've got Orcs, Nurgle, Lizardmen, Renegades, and Chosen. So yeah, these teams are like weird and stuff. I'm not really a fan of anything to do with this event, but what I can show you is this is the Bloodspawn fully customized, and it looks amazing. So there you go. What they will have for this event is the players' names are people from Blood Bowl 3 Discord. Have they updated them already? Yeah, this looks like they have, haven't they? So there you go. So there might be people. Your name might be in here, and you know, that's something for people, isn't it? I guess those people, and I think like they win like Warpstone or whatever if their player does well. So, you know, I guess that's something, right? If somebody's got a player in, they might want to play that team to score touchdowns on their player or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, if you're interested in that, you can watch this back and pause and see if you're in. I'm not going to read out all the names or anything, but yeah, it's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool that there's people from the Blood Bowl 3 Discord in there for the player names, but there's also, like, you know, there's rewards, getting legendary rewards for the. So if you've played at least 3 matches of the winner, you'll get a legendary reward. So I guess I'll play 3 games for the winner. But then you've got to get top 500 to get the other one. So that's kind of cool, right? So let's say Khorne win. Then everyone who played at least 3 games for Khorne will get a red legendary reward. And then the top 500 of the Nurgle will get a green legendary reward, I guess. So like that's kind of cool, right? But yeah, I'm not going to be invested in this at all, but I guess I'll play 3 games to get my reward. So there you go. That's the Season 9 event. Okay, so now I'll just take you through the patch notes because, you know, we've got them here. So the Khorne team is available. Yep. The Eternal League is now available. So the Eternal League is interesting. That's like, you know, the single player Eternal format. Now, of course, I don't really have any interest in playing single player versus the AI, but new players might do, right? Like, probably should do, will do. Something that Blood Bowl 3 should have prioritised more is, like, you know, what happens with new players. And, you know, it's tough because they don't have the rules in the game. They don't have a rulebook in the game. So it should have a good tutorial and a good single player, right, for new players. So they're doing that now, addressing that now, the Eternal League. But of course, I've got no real interest in the ins and out of it, and, you know, how much could I affect it? I don't know. So yeah, there you go. Redraft is now available. I mean, that's a huge deal for, maybe for ladder and definitely for single player, not for single player, for like leagues, multiplayer leagues. The community event is live. The Bloodthirst Challenge, I went over that. The Underworld Denizen Pitch Special Rule is now available, which, some people will use that, won't they? I guess. So, yeah. Now we've got the official ladder changes are: redraft is enabled in Season 9 official ladder. Teams will have to redraft every 20 matches with a redraft budget cap of 1,300,000. TV cap has been disabled. The matchmaking system has been revamped. Don't really know how. And there is new tiering system for the Season 9 arena. So, yeah. As far as the matches go, there's been a major AI update, which again doesn't really affect me, right? Like, I'm not about to start playing single player. They've added rules options for friendly matches, which is a great thing because we had to set up special leagues so we could have friendly matches essentially to have the rules options such as inducements, etc. Added the possibility to change the grid's colour and thickness in the options. I meant to look at that, but I didn't, so that could be cool. I've never had a problem with the grid, so don't really know what the issue is there. Modified icons of Ironhard Skin and Defensive. So this is quite a cool little thing, and I've got this ready to show you here. The Bloodseeker has got all of them. So Ironhard Skin was very similar to Claws, now it's completely different, and he's got an iron hard body, perfect. Defensive was also essentially just like a recolored guard, and now it's a damaged shield. Honestly, I don't really think that was necessary. I think it was already completely fine the way it was, but they've done that, and it does differentiate a little bit more, doesn't it, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, there we go. So the errata, the May 2025 errata, tentacles now triggers before anything else during the moves. That's great. So that was his rules as written, now being clarified by Games Workshop. If Helmut Wolf fails his old pro star player special rule, he may attempt to use it in a later turn. I guess that was how the rules were. All right. I mean, I would have thought that's how it was anyway, so interesting, but it's been errated. And also, the movement granted by hit and run is taken after resolving the block action in full. So that's really good, because the cutscene when you thought you'd broken armor, but no, it was just hit and run, was super annoying. It'll save time, and it'll be less annoying, so that's a great thing. As a thing for competitions here, added a button to create a team when trying to register a team in a competition. So I could show you that, I think, but basically, when you're trying to join, when you look at Arena and you see the buttons, I'll show you. So like here, you've got register a team. You click on register a team, and then it's got create a team, which, you could say that should have always been there, but it's good that it is there. Now, if only this button would take you to a team that took you to a special arena creation team, right? That would be the best thing. That would be the ultimate for UI. If this was like create an arena team, and it gave you the right amount of money, and it gave you skills to choose and stuff, and it gave you like presets that beginners could use. That would be the dream for me, as far as usability goes. So hopefully that will happen eventually. But until then, it's still a better thing, isn't it? There's a shortcut in competition summary to inspect an opponent's team. I guess that's okay. I've never noticed a lack of that. Inducements tab has been set between recruitment and customization tab in team management. I guess that's okay. Added a new way to order teams by most recently used in team screens. Okay. Added icons for team special rules in team management. Okay. Loads of bug fixes, which not really terrible ones, but if you're interested, like they'll publish this, right? I'll link the actual article when it's public. They're just various bugs. They would say various bugs in a lot of things, wouldn't they? So there are some still issues. Special actions may not be used during the Blitz kickoff events, like Chainsaw and Stab are the two that can't be used by Bliss, but this has been errated, so now they should be able to. The option to leave a spectated game may not be displayed when the game is paused during a cutscene. You can close and reboot the game. Pressing on the confirm prompt quickly after choosing a characteristic to be increased may cause a soft lock, and you can close and reboot the game there. So there you go. So there are a few things, but they're working on everything, and honestly I think it's quite good. The redraft's huge, right? That's the big news is redraft. I probably should have led with that in the thing. Redraft and Khorne are the big things. Single players finally getting sorted out. Maybe I think that's a hard thing to sort out. The AI and single player and being welcoming experience for new players. I think that is a tough thing. And yeah, the arenas. Oh, okay. No, sorry, I was being stupid. I just read something else. So yeah, so that's it. They're the big things. So there you go. Right, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.